Hello. In this new video, I will try to illustrate the very interesting system to subsystem transition add-on, which you can download freely on the Capella website. This add-on is really very useful and efficient, especially if you have complex systems and you want to maybe subcontract one subsystem of it, one logical or physical component, for instance, or even not subcontracting, but just giving the responsibility of one of the components to a specific team in your company. So I made a little extract from my Capella training. The use of the system to subsystem transition is part of the third day at the end of the logical architecture part. Enjoy.
Arcadia can be used recursively, and the good practice is not to try to put everything in one Capella model that would be huge and difficult to manage inversion and to work simultaneously with different people. The best practice is more to create a sort of hierarchy of models, and there is a very nice add-on that is free for Capella, that is a system subsystem transition add-on that really helps you to do this and to transition automatically from one subsystem to a model of this subsystem and so on. And we will practice it quickly, or I will at least make the demo live. So the idea is that if you have, for instance, a complex system that is decomposed into subsystems, it's our case. We have an acquisition subsystem, we have a ground subsystem. Okay, they are not very complex, but imagine they are complex. Maybe I could say that the acquisition subsystem is something that I'm not an expert in. My company is not expert in acquisition subsystem. I would like to subcontract this acquisition subsystem part, okay, which is only one logical component in my model. And I will do the ground subsystem because that's my job, to do some publication manager with big computers. I know how to do it. So I would like, in fact, to extract the part of my model that is connected to the acquisition subsystem logical component, and to create a new Capella model where this logical component and just the actors that were connected to it and maybe the logical components that were connected to it, this acquisition subsystem becomes the system at system analysis level of a new model. So in fact, when we install the system to subsystem transition add-on, it adds new capabilities in Capella. Okay, so my idea is that the acquisition subsystem is really not my job. So I don't want to go further in the modeling of this. I don't want to try to do some physical architecture because I have no idea, in fact, of solution. I want to keep this as a specification of what should be done. I want some acquisition subsystem that acquires weather data, in particular pressure and temperature, and that is able to emit this collected weather data to somebody else and takes into as input some weather data request with some timestamp and so on. Okay, so I just want to specify an acquisition subsystem, which in turn is a sort of system understudy for a subcontractor. So I just right-click on my acquisition subsystem, and because I've installed the add-on, I have system to subsystem transition, vertical, SA. Horizontal is something else. It's a completely different use case. Horizontal can be interesting. It means you extract the logical component in a new model, but it stays at logical architecture level so that people can, for instance, refine the logical function or create some physical architecture under that realizes it. So maybe add some new logical scenarios, or I don't know what. And the idea of the horizontal is that then you will put it back in the first model with a diff merge tool. Okay. When you open the help online, help contents, you will see the help of the system subsystem transition. Okay, that is there. Horizontal transition, vertical transition. Could be from logical or for physical. Let's do it. I right-click on the acquisition subsystem and I select System to Subsystem Transition Vertical, SA, and I will show you what it does. First, it asks me a few options. I don't know why by default the transition of scenarios is not checked. It's nice to have transition of scenarios. And the only important thing is to specify an output Capella model. So of course, I don't want the subsystem to be in the same model as the others. So I want to create a new project for this acquisition subsystem. Okay, I will put it in the same workspace to simplify. And a little subtlety, when you subcontract a system, probably, well, the subcontractor doesn't need to spend 1 month on the operational analysis of it. So here, typically, I remove the operational analysis when I do this, because the subcontractor will mostly work at logical, physical, and EPBS levels. The rule will be that he will not have the right to change the system analysis because it would change the specification. Okay, he receives the specification from you, in fact. Okay, finish. It begins to do something. Then okay, yes, okay, okay. And it opens again, because it's a transition, this kind of 3 columns diff merge window. I click on apply and it has done the job. So how can I know? Now in my workspace, you can see that I have a third project now. I have my AL project, I have the library, and I have now an acquisition subsystem project that didn't exist before. I have, by the way, a new Activity Explorer for it. And by the way, the tool computed that the acquisition subsystem also needs the weather library, because remember, it was on the acquisition subsystem that we specified exchange items, the referencing classes and types. There is no operational analysis in the Project Explorer because I unchecked it. So it created only model elements at system level for the new model. If I open my system analysis level of the acquisition subsystem, you can see that there are some functions. There is one capability with a scenario. The acquisition subsystem is now my system. The Earth atmosphere and the measurement engineer have become back system level actors. And the ground subsystem now, the ground subsystem has become an actor for the acquisition subsystem. Okay. And to draw diagram is very, very easy now, in fact. For instance, so transition unfortunately doesn't draw automatically diagrams, but for instance, I can ask the SAB. Let's take 2 minutes to start the SAB of my acquisition subsystem. SAB. So I have the acquisition subsystem here. I can insert the actors. Okay, all. I can insert all the functions, insert all allocated functions. Whoop. And now I would have to take some time to arrange all. Yeah, not very good. Ground subsystem here, measurement engineer here. Okay, so if we spent a few 2 or 3 minutes, I'm lazy, I will not do it, but is it better now? It has kept the functional chain. You can see that there is the acquisition functional chain in my new model, because in fact it was only here. I will show it just by inserting it. If I insert it in my SAB here, it appears. The idea is you should not change the external interface of the acquisition subsystem if you are the subcontractor. Okay, it's a sort of contract that you receive. I want to show you that the scenario, and I just have to ask for the creation of the diagram. The scenario is already there. I just have to rename it SES again. I show you that now I can ask for some scenario diagram at system level for the acquisition subsystem, asking for the diagram. Here it is. And now, as a responsible for the acquisition subsystem, I have some system level scenario for it, where the ground subsystem is an actor, and the Earth atmosphere and the measurement engineers are actors. And this is my function that I have to realize. Okay, so the scenario diagram is done in 5 seconds, and is really a sort of extraction of this one. Imagine 2 weeks after, the responsible of the acquisition subsystem tells me there is a problem. I'm missing some input from the ground subsystem. If an input is missing for the acquisition subsystem coming from the ground subsystem, it means that also the ground subsystem misses some output. So in fact, the good practice here is to go back to the first model and to say, I have to update this now. And for instance, I will say that there is a new component exchange from the ground subsystem to the acquisition subsystem called C2. And then I have to transition again. Okay, and the tool will do a diff merge. In fact, it's once again, it's iterative and incremental. And the tool will see, where is the C2? It should be here. The tool sees that there is a new component exchange. Okay, so I just have to apply. And then if I go back to the SAB of the acquisition subsystem, so you see, in fact, by updating the sort of father model, the model of the super system, applying again the transition, it has updated the acquisition subsystem model, even if it is another Capella project. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you for this. Let's check the slides and make the break. So we did this. Okay, so we did this. Yeah, we did everything. So we can make the break.